And hi, everybody. We're in the JMA Wireless Dome with Director of Athletics, John Wildhack. And John, our occasion for this visit is the exciting launch of really an ambitious fundraising campaign.
Exactly right, Matt. And it's a campaign that's going to be essential for our programs to be successful. And it's all about competing for ACC championships, competing for national championships across all 20 of our sports. And the success of this campaign is absolutely vital to allow our sports to accomplish that.
Everybody knows the winds of college athletics are changing the industry as a whole across the board. A lot of this, right, is to prepare for coming changes and to prepare for kind of a new reality, but still to be very competitive in that scope.
Right. And listen, we're going to begin sharing revenue. Schools will begin sharing revenue beginning July 1. There's really 4 prongs to this, right, this campaign. Number 1, it's retaining our best players. It's recruiting great players, great student athletes to Syracuse University. It continues to support the Lally complex, the student experience, student athlete experience for all 550 of our student athletes, and to win at the highest level. That's what we aspire to do.
Well, that's why the number is out there, $50 million, the goal over a 3-year campaign. Fans are now part of it really more than ever before. They want to know how you're a donor, an alum, a stakeholder in Syracuse athletics. How can they take part? How is their impact part of this?
Well, the beauty of this is a multi-pronged campaign, right? So it's just not for kind of the higher end donors, right? This is going to be a grassroots campaign because we need that. So I'm a Syracuse fan, right? I may not have the capacity to make a significant contribution right now, but I could do something on a monthly basis, $44 a month. You get enough people to do that, that's meaningful. Then we're going to need individual donors to step up as well, and we're going to need corporate support. So we're going to need corporations in the central New York, upstate New York area to support this campaign. Because again, if we do it, it's about retaining our best, recruiting our best. It's not only student athletes, but it's also our coaches as well.
People who follow this, John, hear that number thrown around, $20.5 million, which is a eye-catching figure. Where is Syracuse University in dealing with that number? That's the cap. What do where does it lie in terms of what your plans are with revenue sharing?
Real simple, Matt. We're going to be at the max.
Okay.
And we need to be at the max to compete. And Syracuse athletics is really an important asset in terms of the university brand. It's the number 1 form of alumni engagement. Syracuse athletics is an incredibly important part of the Central New York community, the Central New York lifestyle. So we know that, and we take, we're kind of stewards of this athletic program for the community and for our alumni and for our fans around the world. And we want to compete at the highest level. To do so, you've got to be at the max.
I know it's too early to talk about the specific disbursement of that kind of money, but I know you travel the country and the world, right? And the priority is to be at the top tier and to be in the big time, and you feel that when you visit with alums and stakeholders.
Absolutely, and I think there's great passion and great energy for Syracuse athletics and for all of our programs and what we accomplish with football. And again, what we will do with basketball programs as well. And we need their support. And in some ways, our fans and our alumni can more directly impact our ability to win now than ever before.
They want to know, John, that money is going to help the team compete. As you say, one of your prongs here is win, right? You're doing this to be at the highest level competitively. What's the assurance to the audience here, to the fan base, when they put money in toward this campaign, that it's spent responsibly, that the very best outcome can happen?
We're going to be really good stewards, right, of our donors' contributions, and we should be. And that's why we have a general manager in football, general manager in men's basketball. We're going to hire a general manager in women's basketball. We're going to be very strategic in terms of how we share revenue and how we allocate those dollars, so people can feel very confident that we're going to be very good stewards of their contributions. And we talk about the revenue share as well, but it's also this campaign can go beyond that as well, because I talked about the Lally complex. If I'm passionate about the sport, right? I'm passionate about women's rowing and men's rowing. I can contribute
And
to
they
that
are.
coaches fund, right? For Coach McGee and Coach Reichman, you could do that. So there are a variety of ways. Revenue share is a key component of the 20 million, but there are different ways too. Again, through head coaches fund, through the Lally complex, through the opportunity fund, that you can support Syracuse athletics. What's really important is the donor will dictate where their dollars go to what sport, to what head coaches fund, to the Lally complex, however they want their dollars dispersed. They will control where those dollars go.
Yeah, I think that agency for the fan is really an important factor. NIL, obviously a major buzzword in the industry here in recent years, not going away, right? The
Right.
student athlete is still going to have literally the name, image, and likeness rights. So the various third-party entities that are outside the athletics department that have been fundraising and working on these really great relationships with student athletes and businesses over recent years, that can continue.
Correct. So traditional NIL, right? It's
Right.
3 years old, but traditional NIL. So you're an athlete, Matt, and you can make a deal with, whether it's a car company, it's a business to do a promotion, whether commercial, et cetera, that type of thing. So those third-party NIL opportunities with local and regional businesses are still very, very important. And what they do is they augment the revenue share.
Well, exciting times, John, bigger and better ahead. Best of luck, okay?
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. Go Orange.
As Director of Athletics, John Wildhack, and to take part of the campaign, all the details are at Cuse.com.